talking. As of late, I've been struggling quite a bit. Unable to mentally handle a lot of things. And it's caused me to go into a lot of mental confusion with myself. I oftentimes don't even know if I know who I am anymore. I've got a lot on my mind. For the last 6 or 7 months now, I've been suffering what I like to call a wake dream, where I'm wide awake, but I'm dreaming. A lot of people don't quite understand what those are. It's understandable. I don't seem to really understand either, so fair enough, I guess, you know? But it's difficult. I can't even really explain why these things happen. Everything I have wake dreams of is extremely confusing and makes very little sense to myself. I go out of my way to try to understand it, and just makes things more confusing, really. As of right now, I can't keep my mind straight. That's another thing. I can't keep my mind straight. I've been constantly stuck in a mental state where I'm not quite 100%, you know? And when I'm stuck in that mental state, I can't quite comprehend. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I forget a lot of things. I black out a lot. I'm struggling just in general. I'm forced to face things that I wouldn't normally face. I'm forced to try to comprehend things that don't make sense, and I don't know. Sometimes the dreams are lovely and I enjoy them quite a bit. Like, they make my life so happy, but then I realize it's not real. And that's the part that hurts more than anything. Trying to comprehend something is oftentimes futile. Not worth it, usually. And the reason for that is I'll forget a lot of times. It's very common for me to just not remember. And I can't quite blame myself because sometimes I don't want to remember. But other times I kind of like to know what's going on in my head outside of, haha, you no longer know what you're doing anymore. And I don't. I really don't. I'm talking to myself while I draw. And forgetting how to express myself the way I used to. I used to be really good at expressing myself, believe it or not. I was great at leading crowds and being comfortable with being center of attention, and now I just find it terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. People scare me more than usual, and I'm tired of existing most of the time. I just want to escape and not exist anymore. Can't do that. What can I do? That's the question I ask nowadays. Seems to be nothing. Nothing at all. I don't even believe in half the things that I try to do, and I tell myself, yeah, you're gonna do great, you're gonna do just fine, and then I suck. I suck really bad. Especially when I don't want to, and that sucks. That sucks worse than sucking, you know? I would just like to not feel pain for once. To not feel like I've got to fight to be good enough, you know? That's not gonna happen anytime soon at all. Um, at all, really. If we're being honest here, I am screwed. I got the storybook of what the fuck is that child doing this time, you know? Those are always fun. Don't you love when you have that great storybook and you're like, this is really interesting? And then halfway through it, you realize that it's way too fucking relatable, and then you cry. Nope, just me. Yeah, I didn't think anyone else dealt with that. I don't know what I'm doing anymore at all. I just resort to crying and failing to help others. I resort to drawing most of the time, and even then, I don't feel like I do very good. You know, I wish I didn't live the life that I did. I wish I was more confident and brave and willing to get out of my comfort zone and go out and meet people. That's not happening anytime soon. I can guarantee that. That's almost like laughing in the face of freaking death. That's just waiting for me to die. Realistically speaking, I would just die. I wouldn't make it very far. I just threatened to kill over at any loud noise anymore. Say things I don't mean to and act out in ways that I don't want to, and just existing is difficult now. More than normal. It sucks. Existing is hard. It's really hard to exist. Especially when you feel like you don't want anyone wants you to exist. Like you're just there. I'm not the only one that feels this way. It can't be. Everything's a lot harder when you know that people could be watching you. When you know that you don't want to let anyone down. So you do your absolute best to be perfect, when perfect is the exact opposite of what you are. And you do your absolute best to not fail. I fail too much for that to be a possibility. I fail by simply existing sometimes. That's the wrong color. If I had my choice in the storybook, I would not be here. Realistically speaking, I would be in a different country and living a life and not worrying about what everyone thought every second that I breathe, that situation. But that's not how I live. That's not how I live at all. I would love to have a carefree life. I'll never have that, though. I'll always have to worry about something. Is it bad that I feel like I don't know how to exist anymore? I'll be told no, but don't make it any more true in my mind. I don't like existing. It's too difficult. Breathing can be difficult too sometimes. If we're all being honest here. Sometimes it's hard to just exist. To feel like, yeah, I have a purpose in life. I know what I'm doing here. I know how to get by. When really we don't. We don't know it all. We're barely surviving ourselves. And then trying to take care of those around us that we care about, and it gets overwhelming very quickly. It hurts feeling like you're not good enough.